What is up? Alright, so audio is going to be a little finicky for a bit, but it should be fine. Let me make sure this is actually working. Yes, indeed. Alright, perfection. Okay, so... mute that. Oh great, audio isn't working. Alright, fun. Fun. Oh wait, it is. Fun. Oh wait, it is. Fun. Bra moment. Okay, give me... This is being odd, peculiar, strange indeed. Okay. I need to turn my gain up, I think. Alright, let's take a listen. Oh, wait, it is. Oh, wait, it is. Oh, wait, it is. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do plenty. Alright, perfect. Alright. Stormworks Build and Rescue. The game that makes me want to lose all hope in humanity, you know, just the usual. I need help. Anyway. So, let's see. What are we doing on today? Oh yes, this abomination. So, I think I'm gonna stop work on this right now because my friends have not said anything about it. And the other thing is I hate its design, so die. Let's see, shall I work on, yeah, that's what I'll work on today. I'll work on this. So, certain device. Natural Disasters is coming out soon, so excited for that. Now, where is this thing? Okay. So, for reference, this is a potential cargo transport vehicle and more, probably. It's impeller driven, and it's a little more complicated than that, but I need to fix the cooling system on this, though. I remember needing to do that, so... Where is the selection grid? There you are.
Sorry.
Hello, Scorpion. How's life?
I just woke up. I can't answer any questions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hang on, let me... Fair enough. Hang on. God. It's gonna repeat itself. Alright, let me check something. Let me... Alright.
Sorry.
Perfect. I'm playing Stormworks, which, if you don't know what that is, you know how, like, Dawnray does all that logic stuff? Stormworks is just that,
yeah,
but worse. It's pretty bad. Anyway. Up you go. Just like popping the hood on a car. Anyway. So these are the power plants that run this thing. There are 4 of them. And their cooling system doesn't work. So, what I need to do is do a little trick I learned on one of my creations. First off, build a hydraulic line. Now, hydraulics in Stormworks. Yes, I know that some of you who play Stormworks understand that there's no such thing as hydraulics in Stormworks. If there was, people would use it all the time. Stormworks devs, I'm talking to you. Anyway, point is, I need to build a hydraulic line, which is just a motor line for this entire vehicle. so that it doesn't have many thousands of motors. And this is the drive shaft, is it not? Yes, it is. So that drive shaft I cannot touch. But I do want to mess with these. Because I do not need that much power generation. If I were to move the cooling shafts down, like make a cutout here. Well, this is going to be quite the challenge to fix. Oh, am I mirroring? No, that was a mistake. Alright. You know, it would be better off if I just rebuilt this entire thing. So, selection grid, you can just proceed to not live. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this channel or not. Because this channel right here... Yeah, I'll need to ballast it. I do want to, but I'll need to ballast it quite severely. This thing's a hydroplane, by the way. It somehow manages to float on nothing but these here. And yes, it is... These are on a pivot. Don't ask questions. And also, about all the cameras... this explains why. So I'm going to need to turn these off all the time. And I need to also build a camera system for this, but nah. Oh well. This is the cooling line, ain't it? Yeah. Those are cooling lines. Yeah. All of this is gonna get... Alright, so I need to build a floating platform. As for you, I'm going to save you. Actually, no, I can just delete this because I have it on another vehicle. I'm dumb. Alrighty. Alright, here's the MDM. Alright, how much cooling does it take? By the way, that heatsink solution is not adequate for cooling this. It is, well, it is, but it will barely cool it. So, and I remember I'm adding 2 more cylinders to this. So, yeah, not capable. What did I just delete? Okay, I need another one of these. I need to delete a cylinder. I want to delete this one. Starter crap. Actually, no, right here is perfect. So that's the air intake. I think I'm going to do turbocharged intake, so... sadly, in Stormworks, there's no way to get energy from moving pipes. So, it is very annoying that you have to do a motor's turbocharger. Actually, though, I think it's BMW has a patent for that very technology. So... here's how I'm gonna do it. So first off, I'm thinking of just using this engine but repainting it, so that's why I'm going to the very careful extent. Also, this is cat yellow, or my approximation of it. So please don't sue me, cat. And then fuel lines, I think I only need one. But airlines, I at least want to... yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, what I need is a pump, like this. And how we do this here is... so we're going to have a cat here as well. Yeah, let's just have the supercharger run off, or the turbocharger run off the engine itself. That'll make my life a little bit easier. Seriously? That's ridiculous. Okay, then. That would have made this so much simpler, but I guess not. Here's what I might do. What if I were to take this and make it this, and give it the gray color? I cannot tell what this looks like until such time as I've painted it. That looks very strange, but it might be okay. No, I don't like that. Alright, well, I guess I just have to do it via impeller pump, which is annoying, but... In that case, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the impellers up here. Manifold. 0.51 is the ideal ratio for an engine like this to achieve a good stoic. It's hard not to make this look ugly, which is very annoying. Yeah, that's not a horrible idea. That's ginormous. Good lord. But using byproduct air... Could this cool this engine? I will find out once I supercharge it and all that good stuff. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'll just set up a temporary setup. So... I need a pipe here. I want a distance pipe at least. Oh wait. Oh, this could work. This could work plenty fine. Okay, so if I put the air manifold here, and then had the pump, yes, that'll do. And then I want the, yeah, I want the air on this side. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm just gonna go direct intake right now, because supercharging this engine right now would be a waste of time. It's really, the only reason I'm doing this in the first place is because of a certain thing called distance. The air intakes for this engine are going to be somewhere on the front of the vehicle, and the reason they're going to be on the front is because this vehicle is designed to not only carry cargo but outrun any vehicle. It's kind of a military logistics vehicle, and if you put the intakes on the rear, when the rear of the ship is damaged, i.e. the engine area, it means that the intakes can also be damaged, which is bad. So putting the stuff on the rear, or on the front of the vehicle is best. And the other thing is the front's more maneuverable. It's easier to turn the front of the craft. Actually, that isn't so much true on this vehicle, because this vehicle has this front section, and the reason it can rotate is pretty important. But it's pretty maneuverable because of that. And the reason this can rotate is, see how there's a notch here? Well, I found a certain thing. This thing can move in all 6 axes in any way it wants with just these two things. So if it provides thrust in the opposite direction, countering the thrust of these rear ones, you can use it to move the ship sideways or turn it, or and if you decrease the thrust on one of them versus the other, you can get it to move forward. However, that would be completely a giant waste of time, and it would be ginormous on drag if it did that while it was idle. Or not while it's idle, while it's moving at speed. So it can rotate into the forward position to hydroplane up off. Trouble with that is, you need to have all of the cooling intakes on the actual, you need to have them on the actual, what is this doing here? Oh, that's a camera, never mind. On the surface below the hydroplane. So I could either have made a third strut, which would have increased drag, or I could just have these dip below the water. And I think I might redo them so that they actually intake from within here itself, and the pipes go up in between these thrusters, because I can fit a pipe here, can I? Yeah. So redo it so that they can do that. But yeah, as of now, I need an air ram. I use air rams as exhausts a lot of times, and I won't on this vehicle, but air rams are tiny and they can do the exhausting theoretically. So but is my theory correct? Can I get by with just a 9x9 heat exchanger? And I gotta remember to turn infinite fuel off. I got schooled by an admin on Stormworks because apparently I had forgotten to turn it off. All of the exhausts on this will be cat. There'll be cats on them to just reduce the volume of exhaust coming out of the engine itself. And then there will also be cats on the top, or on the exhaust area itself. But right now that isn't my prime concern. Are these white or are they gray? Yeah, they're gray. Are you serious? They're white? I don't believe that. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're gray. Let me check my stuff. Oh, hi, Sophia. I think 2 air rams, right, or air intakes should be plenty for now. And 1 fuel manifold will do, partly because I'm going to do a high-pressure pump system for the fuel. My intention is, you saw how the 4 engines were lined up before. My intention is to have a central kind of shaft that runs through, that all of the engines throw their exhaust and their air into. And there'll be fuel pumps, air pumps, things like that on top. But, as I said, turbocharged engine. So, let me just real quickly throw a generator on this. I'm not spelling this right. 3x3. And I'm not flywheel glitching this, even though I could be, so let's give it a start battery. None of that needs electrical because I'm not using. Wait. Yeah, okay. And then this is air. Oh, it didn't. There we go. Alrighty, so now I need a fuel tank. And I'm just going to do a little classic stormwork trick. When it comes to doing this, to avoid making this overly complex. I hope I don't have to add buoyancy to this, but I'm going to test this without cooling now. This should be fine. This thing's not drinking very much fuel. For how much it's generating. I mean, it could be better by a lot, but not as much as I would assume. Okay, that's about the maximum RPM we'll ever see. Alright, so what I really need to do is add a... attached to the crankshaft, as in just throw it on there. And okay. Also, I'm going to move all of this equipment up here. So. Gotta make it perfect. It must be perfect. Okay. So this is without cooling, and this is an artificial. Ah, God, I don't like this load. Yeah, I need to do the actual. Well, no, I can't. We'll see. Excuse me. It's not the right button. So I need to move this back for certain because I need to add some more load to this. The thing is about stormworks engines is they're very strange when it comes to like load. They generators don't load. Well, first off, generators are strange, too. In reality, the way a generator works is it doesn't, like, you can spin a generator as fast as you want. It won't theoretically make any more power. Because the thing is about generators is the spinning just dictates the frequency of the electricity generated. What generates more power is having more torque. So what you want to do is be able to make it so that when you apply load to the generator, i.e. connecting a space heater, let's say, it doesn't slow the generator down. That's what's important, is keeping that frequency, because once you start slowing down, that's when you're applying more to the generator than it can safely handle, in theory. Because, and the other thing is you'll start, the voltage will drop, a lot of stuff will drop. So you don't want the generator to slow down, and you don't want voltage to drop. That's the two important things, and both of those things will happen at about the same time. That's really the gist of it. But in stormworks, the way it works is they create a constant load, and if you overload them, the power output just drops. But the thing is, their load is very strange. It's very strange how it works, because it's like it's a constant torque metric. Like, they need a certain amount of torque, and if you have said torque, you can just spin them as fast as you want, which is not good at all. So, oh, I know how to do this. I know very well how to do this. So, this is making it overcomplicated, but what can you do? There's already a hole in the thermal, or not in the thermal. Sorry, I've been watching Tech Connections. Okay. This can go down further. It's incorrect that it cannot, right? Oh god, the floor is a lot closer than I thought. So I might swap out that generator for just an alternator. Just a small little thing to replenish power. Because this will overload this engine. That's absolutely for sure certain. I do need a gearbox though, because spinning this little alternator at its RPM would be ridiculous. It wouldn't replenish this battery in 2 hours from a single startup. That's stormworks generators are a little peculiar. The other thing is stormworks generators don't generate power at all according, like, to the actual model of how much power they should generate. The reasoning behind this is supposed to be that it's concerned because you could generate infinite electricity with motors. The reality is they're just too lazy. So I'm gonna start this engine up. And the temperature dial anymore. That's fun. It's on the crankshaft, right? Yeah. I mean, this is like booking it. It's up to 50% throttle. Let's see. I'm genuinely surprised this engine isn't just heating way the hell up. How much was the share? 53. That's acceptable. I'm surprised. Did they rework cooling while I took a break from this game? Because last time I was here, if I had ran this engine at that kind of temperature, it would have gotten very angry with me. have a question that needs answering. Okay, so... Okay, first merge. What's preventing this from just falling off now? Seriously? Okay, game. Alright, anyway. Need a button. Oh, I'm gonna need that gearbox because I think this is gonna go in reverse. Logic. Electrics. And the other thing is I want to drop the rotation speed of that by a couple. I want it to just be barely overdriving it. I want to start with like... well, that's an issue. This ain't spinning. I'm doing this to be an absolute worst case scenario type test. Why isn't this gearbox working? I mean, I powered it, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I think, though, I am gonna have to... Yeah, okay, so I have to invert the crankshaft, because the crankshaft is not, or not the crankshaft, the torque shaft. The issue with this is that it's spinning these props in the wrong direction. And the other thing is, I need to make that so that it defaults in revert, or in so that they're canceling each other. Oh, that's what started in forward. Come on, catch. There we go. Oh, damn. At this point, I should just drive the shaft itself. Okay, I hit something. Damage? No. Nope. Oh. heating up as much as I thought it would. What are we pulling? That's really good. And we're actually getting to it. Alright, so the thing is, the nose decided to dip itself into the water for a little bit of a drink, and I think this is because the thrust proponent on this engine is El Garbage. So, you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to save this real quick. I'm curious as to whether this thing, which has these same engines, will now cool properly at these high throttles. Because this has the same system. Right? Oh. Okay, it has a similar system. So, let me get her fired up. Wait, is it cooled up? No, it is not. Alright. So then, in that case, what I'm going to do is pull this bad boy back out. So this is the one that, as of right now, I need a battery. Okay. I will not be able to start all 4 engines off a single bat. Actually, how much you bet I can? I bet I can. Let's see. Oh Lord. This is a bit of a daunting task. I want to see if I can get it to hydroplane off just the configuration I have, and if it cools off of just the configuration I have. Because remember, that's half the ballgame. I'm almost positive this thing will cool. Or this thing will hydroplane off of what I have. But can I get it to actually remain cool? Alright, let's see, what do we have left? Everything there is done, other than these. Right? So it's just starters. I cannot turn the cooling pumps on, I just realized, until I have these engines started, because otherwise, these cooling pumps draw a ton of power. Like, it's ridiculous how much power they actually pull. Why is that only on one side? Is the inspection system just... Yep, I guess I'll mess with that later. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Now it's cooling pump time, so... Alright. So is all of that done? Yes, and these cooling pumps don't have a throttle. Damn it! Alright, so that means I'm actually going to build a proper cooling pump throttle system. Oh. Alright, so those are all hooked up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just make it so that the cooling pumps for each engine are throttled based on their RPS. So the higher the RPS, I'm going to set it so that Let me just do a math problem. So I'm gonna need 3 of these. So x, which will be the RPS, times. So it needs to be multiplied. So 20 RPS is going to be full power. However, that's only 35%. So let me open up a calculator real quick and do some math. Because what I need to do is make it so that x times 0.0 point, I think it's 0.35. X times 0.35 times. So I need to provide a percentage of the RPS. So hang on, let me do that. So RPS maximum is 20. So let's do 15. Once it's at 15, that'll be 100%. 20 times 0.35, and it'll simplify that into 0.2. Oh my god. Okay, so x times 0.02333. Alright. And let me just copy this real quick. Okay, so crankshaft, and this is the pump for each engine here. Right? So that's the cooling system. What the hell? Yeah, okay, alright, that is right. Okay. So, that is the cooling system for one engine down. So now we need to do that times more. Where am I? I'm oriented inversed. Okay. So, bonk, bonk. Wait, seriously? Okay, it won't let me select those. Great. I can't click anything. And my hope is by the end of this stream, I can have this somewhat fired up and ready. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Okay. So this is the rear engine here. So that pump, all of this are on that engine, right? Yes. And then this is that pump, that pump, that pump. And these two. Yes, and then let me just link up here, and here, and here, and here. So, that pump, that pump. If I can get this cooling system to work right now, this is just a temporary design with all these pumps. That would be fantastic. Because if this cooling system is plenty, then that will save me a lot of effort. Okay, so let me make sure. Yep. All right. So that should be the cooling system. Now, as for exhaust, I'm going to redo the exhaust on all of these engines real quick. Air intake is there. Fuel is here. So, here's what I'm going to do. The exhaust can't exhaust into here. It needs to go somewhere. So I'm going to install a cat on each engine, and then I'm going to throw a pump on it. So, I need catalytic and exhaust. For those of you who aren't like as well versed in engine talk, a catalytic converter is a little piece of chemical hardware. It uses metal to essentially reduce the amount of some of the pollutants in exhaust. But in our case, it's important because it reduces the flow rate of exhaust coming out, which is what's so important. Because otherwise, this engine would produce, I don't know, some odd, like 30, 40 liters of exhaust a second. Or not the engine, but the entire engine system. So I'm going to manifold these all together. And then I'm just going to copy this to each engine because I'm lazy. Bunk. All right. Up through here. Where does this come out? Ooh, that was close to a paint block. Port. Now this should be plenty for that engine right there. That should be plenty. Question is, no. I have it all mirrored, so who cares? Perfect. So now that's the exhaust system. Now for the air system, I do need to supercharge this, and I think I need to do it with a large impeller pump. Or small. They actually transmit the same amount of fluid. I don't understand why the two of them exist. But it's stormworks. Nothing makes sense. Anyway. I'm going to hook these up to the same cooling system. That's just what I'm going to do. Because otherwise this would take too much time and energy. OCD. Okay. These are going up the same area. Okay, perfect. Bunk, bunk. Now, you might be asking why I'm doing one cooling system per engine if they're all going to run at the same at the same RPS on the demo model, because remember, this is only a demonstration system right now. I have not built the subsystems I need to actually make this into a working vehicle, i.e. the entire stabilization for the hydroplane. This thing will bounce up and down. You'll see it. So it's not ready to actually be used in that way. However, it is important to me that all of these work like this, because I'm going to do some single engine tests that actually turn it off. And, well, yes, technically I could do it other ways. I don't want to. So. No. Yes. Okay. That's air. So, air and exhaust systems work like this. You might be... Stormworks doesn't once exhaust is out of the pipe, stormworks doesn't actually count. Like, stuff as... You can literally... I could literally put these exhausts right next to each other. They would not care. It's very strange, but I need a tank, and I need a lot of them, because I'm too lazy to build proper... This thing is actually not that fuel efficient. I tested it, and it will go through about that much fuel to get from here to Sawyer. I'll show you on the map what that is once I'm out of here. So another pump is needed. Motor. So that one I'm just going to have at RPS. I'm going to set it to 0.35 constant. Alrighty, so that there, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so high pressure. This is the high pressure fuel pump system that I was talking about. It's just essentially a pumped fuel pump. Which I know I need anyway, but I want to make it so that the manifold is all that's managing fuel flow. What's my CG? Oh my god, my CG is horrible. How low in the water is it? Yeah, this thing's gonna want to tilt over. I need to weigh it down, I think. So these are the... This is the fuel room, ain't it? Yeah. Technically I should be pulling fuel from there. Too lazy. That tank only actually survives about an hour. So, gonna need to be careful. I just remembered I have battery issues to worry about here. So I'm gonna... I need to drive all of this. This is a pilot seat, right? Yes, it is. I think I'm gonna drive all of this from out here right now, because I don't have the camera system in there. It's working, but not ideally. So I'm just going to throw this on the front of the ship. I've done that before. That doesn't take electrical, right? No. Okay, so I need engine throttle. And I'm going to mark all this time. So... Okay, so this is the rear clutch, right? Yeah. Okay, so forward clutch, forward 2 engines. Bonk, bonk. Rear clutch is the aft 2 engines. Bonk, bonk. So I'm going to set the ignition. Wait, no, I can just use a switch box. You know, I'm kind of dumb sometimes. Okay, so set the ignition. I need an ignition key. I need a constant. That should be plenty. Okay, so the throttle needs to go into the air manifolds, because the air manifolds, and then I need to have a function block back here. Right now I'm just going to get this thing to run, and then I'll do later go on. And then this goes into the fuel manifold. Wait, there's only one air manifold? Oh, there is. Okay, well, that's ironic. Fuel, 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 fuel. Alright, and then I need the throttle. Alright, and then I need the starter buttons. This is going to be one of the harder parts. So let's see how this does. Okay, so pumps are on. Does that have fuel pressure, don't they? Hang on. Oh, I know why. Christ. Alright, that fixed the issue. I can guarantee you it did. Because there was nothing going into that engine. Nothing at all. Why did that engine die? I mean, it must have had fuel. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm providing too high pressure. Hang on, let me just bypass this system real quick on those two engines. So the rear two don't have it bypassed. Part of the problem with superchargers is sometimes they are little, or turbochargers. Oh, it's the exhaust efficiency that's the issue. I've had this happen before. It's not actually these superchargers. God damn it. Sometimes exhausts are just really strange. Okay, so there are two issues here. First off, these pumps can't be here. Apparently they're being part of a problem. That'll have to work out. And second off, these intake pumps, I think I need to add the intake pumps later down the line because they're forcing it in with too much power. So this should now work completely. I don't know though. That's part of the problem. Okay, let me check stream chat real quick because I haven't been doing that. Oh, nothing's happened. All right. Intriguing. So ignition. Oh, great. More exhaust problems. Fun! I hate this game. This happens all the time. Just don't worry about it. So you could hear, did you hear that engine, how it sped up, but then it slowed down? For some reason, the port in this game isn't working. So what I need to do is, God, commit war crimes. This game. Alright, let's get this piece of the ignition on. And now you can see why I use air rams all the time. Because oftentimes, ports just don't work. Let's see how this does. That's what the issue is, right? The issue is that these aren't exhausting anything, right? Let me retry this. Are those night? Yeah, they're night. Okay. Okay. So what I need to do is start this with barely any throttle. So why aren't these temperature sensors working? I don't understand how they work. Yeah, there it goes. So let me try the rear engine real quick, just to see how that does. And then if that doesn't work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the exhaust completely somewhere else. Because oftentimes you need to do that in this godforsaken game. Don't damage the rear. You can do anything but damage the rear. Because the rear is where all the cooling crap is located. Okay, yeah, these are exhausting plenty fine. So it's just an exhausting issue. They've got fuel, they got air. So still metric efficiency. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. It's actually really good. Now temperature-wise, what are they doing? Wait, do these even need... Do these even need, like, exhaust? Or not. Temperature sensors, I mean. Okay, so first off, I'm going to replace this. Next, I'm going to remember how I hate myself, and that this game is just an endless reminder of how humanity is tolling towards its own demise. I mean, what? Anyway. Oh, Christ. really need to pull the temperature from this, but what is it? It's value 3. Channel 3 read. Perfect. I knew I had one of these somewhere. I knew it. Perfection. Brilliant. Okay, so... Okay, and then I'm going to try and fix the exhaust problem. And then I'm going to get this thing to actually steer and hydroplane. So I have a demo model that can hydroplane, but it doesn't cool at all. It doesn't have a cooling system, even built. Okay, perfection. Perfection indeed. Alright, let's get this thing to run up. Ignition key. Wait, those are the rear engines. Okay, I have these two temperatures in first. So this needs to go to... Is it going to the back engine? Yes, okay. And then... I think that's right. Let me test it, and then... First off, I want to show the inside of this thing, because I realize I never did. Oh, it's not on. Damn it. Okay. Well, that's whatever. Alright, let's get the other one exhausting real quick. So, my annoying little friend, why won't you exhaust? Sometimes it's a matter of just moving it a few inches. Oh, I got a ping on Discord. When did I get pinged? Okay. Alright. So, front engine, spin up. That's rear. Let me check, make sure it's not a cat issue, because it can be that. Let me get this engine idling low. Very low. That might be what it is. I don't know if cats are directional in this game, but they can be. Alright, let me check and make sure. Okay, what side is this? This is... Oh my god. Sometimes my genius. It's almost frightening. Alright, let me check. Yes. Okay, these are exhaust. No. Neither of those are right. Okay. So now that that's done, what I'm going to do is get the throttle body. Wait, no, I already have that. I'm done. So now what I need is this. So this is the important bit. -1, -1. Alright, logic. Power. Yes, look at that. Both in forward. Alright, let's start this boy up. Jesus. Okay, you know what I need here? I need to make these one clutch. Oh. Because, that is a concern I am having right now. So this is just what clutches are linked. Okay, these ones need to be linked. The problem is right now that I'm having is that the engines are not spinning up together and I can't get them to spool up together. So let's set the clutch to like 18. I'm gonna do something. I need a push button. Okay, that is actually something that I think is important. Christ. Alright. So, two things need to be done. First off, this center flange needs to be removed for now. I tried to build a proper version of that once. It didn't go well, so... And second off, I need to switch this back out with a port. Now, part of the reason I'm doing that is... Damn. I'm gonna throw... Alright, so what I have here is an actual working version of this. So it's only going to be here temporarily. But what I need to do is, first off, what are these called? Fluid jet controller. So I need two of them. What's their symbol? Oh, it's just jet. Okay, so that one is not a good one. Okay, and then I need to take the information from these What is the throttle these are controlling? Oh, these are controlling deflectors. Oh, then what are these? Oh, those are motor throttle and spin throttle. Okay, so now I need to set up the steering system real quick. I don't have a lot of time left. And so... Okay, so these both need to be... Deflector A is on the right. Okay, let me just check and make sure. So, deflector A on this goes to deflector B. Okay. Right. Let me just check that again. Deflector A. Deflector B. Deflector A. And then deflector B goes to A. And then I'll set a trimming system here shortly. That side's done, and... Okay, perfect. So, now that that is done, what goes where from the seat? So, AD, left, right, WS, up, down. So, AD... Okay. And then on the, so that this is deflector B, and it is linked to deflector B. Okay, so on this one it is not inverted. So we can just, that makes our job easy. Just head back here. B, 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 B. Oh, crap. So that was on that side, but what is it on this side? So deflector A is, hang on, deflector A is deflector B on that side, and deflector A. Okay, so this makes it a little more complicated. So deflector A goes to deflector B. I think this is just a design quirk. I think I have to hop off this stream. It's been fun, and I've made a lot of progress, but annoyingly, I have to do something, so... yeah. Anyway. Goodbye, have a good day.